A very quick and brief, almost up to playoff territory week on the small horse. As always, nobody is yet in or watching, viewing, listening, chatting away, so I can say whatever the fuck I want at this point. And what I want to say, as always, is happy birthday, Esteban Cambiaso. You're magic, and we know. Okay, I'm going to absolutely blast through the games this week as I start a new job on Monday and my head is fucked, absolutely frazzled. So I'm going to blast through these and we'll be back stronger next week. Unfortunately for the very well placed there Nickery Knights, Hodgie has not put a team in again for about the third week in a row, so unfortunately the man, the myth, the legend, the Jimmy White of the small horse has been forced this week to go 4-4-2. Evening Five, your mate. Welcome. As you are here, potentially play yours first. Who is Stu playing? Legends might pop in later, I'm sure. Ebbs against Rid E. I'd say we'll go with that one because that's the one that the supercomputer popped up first and foremost. So back to the tried and tested 4-1-3-2 for Ebbs, and this week he is playing a lot of players that haven't performed as well as possible. He has literally picked everyone with the worst average rating so far this season to try and give them a little boost. Bless him. So I like that. I like that way of thinking. And Matt this week has gone almost the same as last week. Only change being Canobio back out for David Dunn. Nice and simple, easy peasy. And as I said, we'll rattle through these, see how we get on, see where we go. This one is not massively going to trouble those teams above them in terms of the playoff race. Probably a little late now for really to get into that hunt. At 8 points, with 3 games to go, I think it's going to be nigh on impossible. Well, 4 games to go if we include this one. It's going to be nigh on impossible. Unfortunately, 5 feet, that's probably going to be the same for yourself, I'm afraid. Unless there's a big win this time around. Very dull first half to kick off the show. Literally everyone is at 6s and 7s, so there's nothing needed to be done there. We'll have a look at 60, see where that takes us. And that's a first goal of the season. Ooh. For Darren Eady, and a second goal straight away. Maybe Tato's right when you do press that. Press the wrong bloody one. And there is a second for Real E. There we go. Sean Teal having an absolute stormer so far. Joffrey's knackered. Yeah, injured and knackered as well. So I will bring Joffrey off. Mostly because it was a little shit on Game of Thrones. London would be the obvious swap there. Yeah. Duggery not really doing the business. Don't think anything else is really needed there. Just been a little bit more lethal in front of goal of really. Again, we'll have a quick look at conditions. Nothing too drastic there, unless he's injured. Yeah, injured there. I'll tell you what, Matt is good about sending through Nope, nothing this week. The only one this week who has put changes to come throughout the game is Tato. I'm going to do that as well. And that's going to be it, I think, in terms of changes. I don't think too much drastically needs amended there. There we go. See if Ebbs can get, I was about to say, see if Ebbs can get back into the game. The first time this season one of my substitutions for Ebbs has come off, has actually paid off and come good. I scored for him. Very, very tight second half there. Oh, last gasp, last minute, potentially winner for Real E there. Mason Javin in the last dying embers of the game. Unbelievable. What a second half that is. Backwards and forwards, back in front, pulled it back. Absolute slobber knocker. Love to see it. And this is the aforementioned Nickery Knights in their 4-4-2, even though they've been winning. Playing the 4-4-2 this week as a slap on the wrist for not putting their team in at all. Big changes to that absolute horror show of an Arrow catastrophe from Sandfields, which didn't really get the result he required. So yeah, big changes this time around. Very much a sort of a brick wall formation that I've been playing the last couple of weeks, with the 2 AMCs instead of a solid line there. So we'll see if the big changes work out for Swanee. AJ or Usyk, I think AJ has got a chance, but Usyk is an absolute beast. He's unreal. He's next level. To have gone up, the amount of weight classes he's gone up, it's at least 3 and dominated every single one. And he looks fucking absolutely brutal as well. I saw a photo of him the other week. He just looks ripped as fuck, and I tell you what, I would not like to be fighting him. Even though AJ's obviously got the height, weight, size, stretch, reach advantage, Usyk's just he's probably the best boxer in the world at the minute. I don't think you'll find many above him in terms of class at the minute. Not just in the heavyweight division, I think throughout all the divisions, I think Usyk's the man. Absolute business. The better fight for me would actually be Usyk, Tyson Fury, but honestly Tyson Fury's now retired. I can't believe he's younger than me as well, which is painful. Sandfields have got a chance of getting it back into the mix there, the playoff mix, especially with the formation that the Knights are playing this week. You're right, yeah. AJ did have all those advantages last time, and he lost. Because Usyk is that good. To be honest, I've seen more from the Knights this side than this half than from Sandfields. And as it stands, this could be a decent result for me. And also for Asnar. Let's have a look. Absolutely identical in terms of shots. None on target or half. I don't think there's anything that really needs changing there. Okay. For Swanee, we'll have a look at it. 60, and again, nothing there needs doing. I thought that was a goal. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, not even bother then. That's absolutely ripped through. One shot on target all game. Yeah, exactly. We're happy with 0-0, Aston. Good man, mate. Welcome. Vincent Samways, Vinny Samways doesn't make it quite all the way through the game. 4 minutes to go, still no shots on target from the Knights. And I think the happiest man there is either Aston or myself. Right, sack against Shamrock. We might... What other fixtures have we got this week? I think that's probably one to leave. The informed team against the top of the league. That's been done well for us. That's the one we're going to play next. We're playing minimal interest because I know Tato's not around this week. He has made a few changes, a few tactical tweaks here. Gone a lot more traditional than he normally would. Usually, it's still his asymmetric base, but a lot more generic, we'd say. Let's have a look. So, other than that, I don't think there's many personnel changes really. Either if Parley comes in, that's about it. As it stands, no changes at all. For the superstar, oh no, that's a lie. Berkovic has come out. Guppy's come out because he's injured for Ikpeba. He'll be back next week, you'd imagine. Nothing too drastic. The podcast pairing, the podcast derby, if we like. Tato versus the Sloth. It's got to be a Tato win here, you would feel. Already having the first shot on target of the game. Nothing doing so far. And I think that could be, for the third game in a row, absolutely nothing doing at half-time. 0-0. That is not something that Tato would want to see going into first half with the scoreline at 0-0. Alan Kelly having a worldie for the second game in a row. Unbelievable. Bam Bang looks to be doing a little bit better this time around. I think there's nothing needs doing in terms of subs there. We'll take it to 60, see how we go. I can't believe we're 3 games in, less than 15 minutes gone. We've fucking done a dusty by 9 o'clock here. Alright, can I get to 60 minutes? I think that's got to be it. There we go, close enough. You'll be happy this week, Tato, that when I press the button, the goal's for you rather than against you. There you go. I'll also put Princess Shone on because he'll hate that. Oh, in fact, I can't do that. He's giving me instructions to use. What I do then? Here we go. Right, so Davidoff comes on to make 3 for Rome. Aganaga for Parley, who's on a 6 at half time, which he wasn't. He scored as well, so we'll leave that. We'll make it 3. We'll bring Davidoff on for Rome. He's playing too well, we're not going to take him off. For Swiatowski or Defoe, who's playing worst? Swiatowski. There we go. Tune in a minute. And then for the superstars, Alan Kelly finally beaten. Been very unlucky. Unfortunately, Bam Bang is going to have to come off. It's the only forward option, isn't it, really? He's a bit better there. As he's not playing particularly well. That's about it. There's nothing to attack him, really. It can be done from there. So we'll play it right way through, see if attacking 3 up top works for Tato, or if Alan Kelly maintains that absolutely ridiculous one. 8 saves. Unbelievable. No wonder he's on a 9 out of 10. The longer this goes on, the more squeaky potatoes. There it is. There it is. Yeah, definitely 5 feet. I think that is a decent idea, as long as they're excellent news, mate. Good stuff. I should probably check if one of my now new job requirements is for me to be somewhere down south that sort of time of the month. Fuck knows. Yeah, she expressed any interest in boxing at any point, 5 feet, and which of the myriad of Bumble, Tinder, swipe right, swipe left ladies is this one? And it's just Alan Kelly is the difference there. Well, Saturday, yes, mate. It's the dedication I've got to this new job. No, if I'm travelling back on a Saturday from a Friday visits, I probably won't be, in all honesty. Legends, perfect timing, mate, because I think your game's up next. I've made a big point, as you're away from home. You're not played for a fucking change, no. I know you do tend to get in. Haven't used a dating app in 6 weeks. Shabba. Now, if there was ever that, I think that's probably the worst champing we've had on stream for a long while. 3 shots, 2 on target, 1's gone in. 11 shots on target. Alan Kelly, take a boo, son. Take a boo. Always first here and always last on. Yeah, you were always going to be last on this week, Fifey. Oh, no, you weren't. No, in fairness. Who we got left? We'll play Duckler Flamingos. Not next, because that's going to be a good one. We'll do Sack Shamrock last. Unless Asna, you need to be anywhere. If you're happy with that, we'll do you last. Then we'll do you next, mate. We'll get you involved. There we go, 5 here. Ooh, you've got an injured muff, mate. I tell you what, you sent me a tactic and I haven't put yours in yet. Oh, shocking effort. So talk amongst yourselves while I fucking download your tactic and put it in. What an absolute shambles. I thought I'd fucking all set up as well. I did everyone apart from yours. Conair's 60-second face-off. I love that name as well. Right. I haven't done the team. I know, mate. I have just clocked that. And I can see the amend you've asked for as well. Yeah, mate, no worries. So tactics will be 60 second. Where's it gone? There we go. Connor 6 second face off. Lovely. And you asked for, can you change fullbacks to centre backs with right? Okay. With diagonal arrows like so. Yep, let me know that is correct, please. Fifey, Runja, Brown, CC Bridge. So, where's your keeper? Who's he in reserves? What's it? Well, he needs a new contract as well. Really seeing how the sausage is made here, lads. Right, so Runja, Bridge obviously on the left, LaCC and Brown, Coelho, Torres Court, Kenny Miller. So again, Torres, Carl Court, Kenny Miller. Wait, what? Hang on. Dalmat and Bellamy first, right? Hang on. Again, so Bellamy, Dalmat, Coelho there. No, wait. You might have to talk me through this five if I've missed it. Then we go in Torres up front with, I've got it right, hang on, so Bellamy down that, then you go in Kenny Miller, Carl Torres. Just confirm that for me, Fifey, please. Caesar, Elise, Charlie Miller, and Sean Maloney. Right. Belladama AM, Court Central. Right. So, like so, yeah? Just make sure I've got all the lefts and rights correct as well. I will not press go until you say yes. That's it. Lovely. Okay. Evening. You did indeed, Matt. If I remember rightly, who did you play? You drew 2-2, I want to say? Or did you? Yes, I think you scored a very late on equaliser. And back to the tried and tested this week, Fifey, against you. Evening, Swanee. You won, I want to say. I think. Yeah, back to the tried and tested. 92nd minute winner. E132. There we go. I wasn't sure if that was the next game. Fucking hell, I'm glad somebody's watching. Yeah, back to the tried and tested. He has indeed changed it up this week. Let's just make sure Charlie Kess was in there. Yes, yeah, he changed it last minute as well. Let's have a look. So, to keep Fifey in contention for the playoffs, putting up a decent-ish fight. I spoke too soon. I mean, nothing too drastic, in fairness, Fifey, so far. I mean, you have been the second best team, but it's not got away from you yet. The difference here has been Charlie Chaos in midfield, who, and I quote from Rocks, has to play, and the back in the squads, Iranian wing animal with 10 assists now, unreal. I don't think there's going to be anything needed changing there for Rocks. Maybe Jimenez for potentially later on at 5 feet. Everyone's at 6s and 7s. Everybody in the 90s in terms of condition. Any changes you want, mate? I thought you might. Not sure what I would do here. Maybe bring these out to left and right back, drag these inside, play 3 up top. Potentially even sacrifice one of those. Probably Kenny Miller, pull him inside and play 2 up top. Maybe. Not sure. I think the most successful tactic so far for Fifey has been his fuck anti-football tactic, and that was only against me. Jesus, Fifey, is an essay coming? Just looking at the imaginary watch here. Give me the old Alex Ferguson tap. Fergie time. Is anybody I have seen a couple of people actually on Twitch. So Twitch must be working this week then, that's good news. Coelho, right CM. Miller for Dalmat. I'm on Twitch, yeah, I thought Twitch might be working. Move to L. Oh. F7 mid 3 times. AMCs left to right. Bellamy, Torres, Miller. Arrows on both CMs and wide AMs. Charlie Miller for Dalmat, right, sorry, okay. And then Charlie Miller for Dalmat, no problem. And then you're lacking width, 5 feet, so do you want your left back and right back? Done. Oh shit, yeah. So I'm going to take that as yes, that's what you want to do, and presume that might be what you want to do as well. But let me know, or if you want Bellamy and Miller to go out wide with arrows in, either or, let me know. Again, I won't press play until you're happy. With inward arrow. Like so. Yep. Or diagonally inward. What's your preference? Presumably inward towards us, easy, perfect, excellent. Right, okay. We'll go till 60 then. Like I said, I don't think there's anything needs doing there. I'll have a quick look in case there's anything. I know he believes it's a myth. Yeah, fine. Go through to 60. Jesus, that might be quicker than I thought. There we go. Attested the game 5 times. Wayne Bridget got injured in 4 of them. Excellent. Perfect timing rocks as well. Steve, you've not played yet, mate. No, you are next on. Or Legends is probably you. It might be a while yet because we've got 5 feet making 15 subs. Foe potentially injured. Coelho just lacking match practice. Torres as well. So Foe the only one who's potentially got anything wrong with him. What's that been like? Absolutely nothing so far in the second half. Set a couple more Troy attempts on goal. Nothing too drastic. While you're there, Rocks, if there's anything you want to change. I know you're not interested, but there's your conditions as well. Right, Foe left DMC, Kyle right DMC, Charlie Miller CM with arrow. Fine as is, right. 4 up top, okay. How do you want the 4 up top? Right, so I'd assume with your arrows as they were before. Or a flat 4 up top. Perfect back diagonal on Bell and Miller. Perfect, right, so and like so into AMC as it was before. Lovely. Okay, and Troy as is. Be daft to change stuff there, to be honest. Although it didn't really work for Minimal Interest this week, who got champed to within an inch of their life. There's the second, and Jimenez. Surprised that's only his 10th of the season. He's done very well this season. And Facundo Sava has been an attempted sign-in for me. Weybridge had a fucking shocker. He may as well have got injured. Yeah, there's your issue, Fifey, I'll be honest. In fairness, it is his first goal in weeks, but I don't think he's really been playing recently either. He's been bit parts. Those couple of sub appearances, really all he's been doing. Super League stay right up next, as Asner was here. I don't know if he's still here. Glorious performance, revenge. You did, that is exactly the plan, Rocks, for you, okay? It was written in the stars, as your Scottish compatriot would have said, that you must win that game. Only a couple of changes. Good Johnson back in the side. Walker playing that. Suppose you should just play a normal formation. No, to be honest, your biggest successes so far have been with fucking stupid formations, in fairness. So, I don't blame you. De La Fuente looked good, in fairness. Decent. Ebbs, you did miss you. You were first on, unfortunately, because yours was one of the few games. Revenge, because you dicked him over accidentally, I think, when me and Tato were pissed up and we exited halfway through the game after Rocks had already won that game, and I thought I'd saved it, but it didn't save, so he had to play it again, and then you beat him the second time around. How did the default formation fare? Not too badly, in fairness. We'll crack on with this one, and we'll have a look through the aborted replay stream. Yeah, that's the one. That would have been also the same stream that Ebbs did lose his game, and I remembered that he lost his game halfway through the game, and I feel like I put his team all the way on one side of the pitch at one point, I think. Yeah. I mean, I learnt from my mistakes. Harrison Mivic dropped this week entirely from squad for Collins Asuma, who hasn't yet. To force you to lose, yes, yeah. You've been dicked all the way through this, Ebbs. In fairness, this week you will see when you watch back, the substitution for you this week worked. All right. I don't think you wins this. I think you beat me, so I think that's fair. Yeah, obviously the formation that's been working. Gary Breen straight in for the tired Marvin Andrews. The only change other than Harasimovic, underperforming Harasimovic, who comes out of the squad entirely for Collins Asuma. Be daft to change too much, in fairness, as the most informed team against top of the league. So this should be a very good battle. And what I want to see in this game is Steve Finnan, Shimowiak, with the first goal, 26 in. What I want to see this game is Steve Finnan breaking. That's a very dull first off. Breaking Steve's heart. Steve was there. I don't know if he still is. Asnot was also there. I don't know if he still is. Any changes if anybody wants to make? Potentially injured Shimowiak there, and then also potential injury for Quinteros. Don't know if that'll make any difference. Viali having uncharacteristically shit game. If I remember rightly, he did very well last week. Might have even scored. Back for Walcott, no problem at all. GW15 potentially injured. That's going to be about it. On that side of things, we shall make a change. Walcott for back. Let me know if you want anything else, Steve. And ask not if you are still there, let me know. If you want Satmar maybe, Vasilevsky maybe for Viali. Maybe swap Breen across. Give him a couple of minutes to have a look. Romeo was dropped last week, yeah. Was it last week? I'm sure it was last week that Romeo was dropped. 17 and 19. What an unbelievable player he's been. Absolute cheap player so far. Ehiod for Romeo. Bargain. I don't think that Aston's still here, fortunately. What I might do is, I think we go double change here. Vasilevsky in the middle, and then Satmar for GON. Yeah. And take it to 60. And I apologise to Asnot if he is about to finish whatever he was typing. You bastard. There we go, Steve. Litos, the only one really not performing. Shimowiak still looks a bit suspect. And Donker potentially injured. Yeah, have you got 7.35? You're scoring a goal more or less every game. Only 3 man of matches as well. Any changes, anyone? Romeo for Mendonca. Swap for Quinteros. Okay. Is that you all done, Steve? Much really else. It's not like Constantine's going to get dropped, is it? Maybe go to up top. All good, mate, no worries. Even at 6, you'd be loath to drop him. Can Kufor play on the left? Or have I made that up? No, I've made that up. Okay. Kufor on a 7, Donovan on a 7, Constantin on a 6. I think it's good. You got to roll that dice, haven't you? And I'll take that one on the chin for Aston if it doesn't work out. Yeah, with no shots on target, 76 minutes in. I think that it might be fairly obvious where the issue lies, and that's the second, and that's got to be the. There you go. At least that did go in your favour. The one shot on target you had was scored on his debut by Collins Asuma, and of course Sleaford was injured. And that man, Bernardo Romeo, with his 18th goal of the season, of course wins it, keeps Steve top of the league. There we go, legends. You are in the mixer. Did I forget to put a third sub on the bench for you? I think I might have completely forgotten to do that. You did choose one. Tolly for Kurt. Yeah, Brunner does that. The champions elect. I think you might not be wrong there, to be honest. Yeah, no, it was just Mark Kerr was injured. I brought Tolly in. Tolly obviously came off the bench. Pop ball and in fact, you're there, legends. Do you want to pick your third sub, right? If you are still there. Get Medina left back. Get Medina in, no problem. Lovely. What do you want him playing? That's what Medina Tiato, no problem. Not left back, yeah. It makes more sense. In, yeah, got you. Yeah, happy days. Alright, cool, we'll go with that then. And then we will all be surprised to see no formation changes for the club. And two changes. As Benayoun and Cardetti come in. For Talon Martin, whose goal scoring form has tailed off a little bit recently. And for Sergio Berti as well. Now this third against fifth, will Flamingos get back in the table hunt, or will Ducklark continue their fantastic form and give the two above them a chance? Very, very brief first half. Benayoun is fine. Dragon is oof. Dragon might be injured. Might see Sergio Berti if he's still looking rough at 60 minutes. There we go. I know you believe, legends, that condition is a myth. Keeper having a decent game so far. Very quiet game for Jay Lucas so far, but he's also on a goal a game. So he'd understandably be loath to bring him off. Stay as is, lovely. We'll go to 60. Oof, Chris Perry off injured. So that's probably the obvious change. Potentially Tiato, but Reed, yeah, there we go. And then, do you want that swap as well? And swap Reed over, there we go. Cool. Oh, it's almost like I know what I'm doing here. We'll call this 60 minutes as well while we're here if you want any other changes. Take Lucas off Azure 4 as well. Lovely. See if that brings about a turn in fortunes. Fingers crossed. I don't think there's going to be much. Yeah, Dragon's still not pulling up any trees. I think the obvious change there. Is he all left-footed? And then what about Ben Ayoun? Is he either footed? Yeah, I thought so. You're not dropping Cardetti here. Are you potentially? No, leave the beat there. Anyone underperforming? In Lola, back into the side's not really done the business. Jason McAteer's outplaying it. I think that's the only one you'll do for now. Play it through. Is there going to be some more creativity, really? Anything raining on goal? Doesn't seem to be much yet. Oof. That is not what you want when your keeper's on an 8. Oh. I'll let you confirm, Alan, but presumably you're not going to want Danny Tiato in goal. I'm also not going to take that option away from you, if that is what you want realistically. Yeah, it's fine. There we go. Give Duckler the option, but I don't think there's going to be anything that needs changing. Leave it be. See, it was a little bit more, and there it is, the substitute. Azure 4. Is that going to be the winning goal? It's not going to be the winning goal, and that's why you don't take. Oh, disallowed! Wow, what a final few minutes that was. Nothing for 81 minutes. And sorry, nothing for 70 minutes, and then everything all at once. Header from Azure 4. Cardetti with the chance on the follow-up. And ruled out with Cabello offside. Unbelievable. To be honest, more even than it was at half-time in the end. I think both teams would probably be fairly happy before the game with a point. Duckler unlucky in the end, realistically. That last-minute goal disallowed. And I think this is the last one. It is indeed. Obviously, the climax of the night. Have I changed anything? I don't think I've changed anything, have I? Nah, left it be. Fuck it. I have tested this game a couple of times and got dipped every single time. So I've had a red card in every single one. Changes afoot. This time out again. I did ask if he wanted any arrows on the fullbacks. Did he? He wanted to switch Julio and Silva around. Arrows on fullback to halfway line. Yes, I forgot to put them on. And Silva in a moto. There we go. Next to Donati. Perfect. There we go. And apologies for not doing that beforehand. Thacker. There we go. This is going to be absolutely disgusting to try and read as well. Oof, nearly a goal straight off the bat. I have no idea what's going on for me there. Sort of free kick in the left wing. Fuck all is what's happened. Lovely. Yeah, you're not changing that, are you, realistically? Maybe Kallstrom for Barsom at some point if his condition's shit. No. I'd maybe look at them at 60. We'll look at them at 60. For me, fucking dog shit that is. Right. Let's go back to the attacking formation. Trusky. Ferrari then for Die, and then Varela on for Bruno Lucas. Oh, fucking hell. see if we can get something a bit more attacking going. Let's do that as well. And then I might bring the birthday boy, happy birthday, on today. I think we're rude not to, wouldn't it? Potentially for Ericsson at 60. See if that does anything. I doubt it. Still no fucking shots on target. That's a worry. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus fucking right. I'm not amused. Don't think that's going to do anything, but fucking why not? Sorry, Esteban, you're going to have to wait on the bench. Because I've got fuck all attacking on the bench. I doubt there's going to be anything to change for the Gunners, who have completely outplayed me all the way. In fact, what I'll do is have a look at those that were potentially injured. Vivas, right back. There's fucking no one on the bench that can play right back. Probably have to go with that one. Someone was potentially injured. 2 on for him. And leave it at that. Not that it's going to make any difference unless that drastically changes. I think this knocks me out of fucking playoff places as well. Okay. Fucking hell. What are you doing? Fucking struggling. There we go. Absolutely. Kieran, Eric, Bruce, and Lloyd. Dyer. Fucking dog shit. Right, let's see where that leaves everybody. Got a couple of Qs. Congratulations to Castor Troy and Mr. Rocks and old Dangly Sack himself, Steve Wright, for the Qs into the playoffs. How? There's 4-4-2. Hodgie crept up on me there as well. I'm fucking hanging on to that last playoff spot. Dear life at the minute. Right, hang on, sorry. But here, as we stand, Ebbs, you lost in the last minute, I'm afraid. I thought you drew. I thought you lost in the last minute, I'm afraid. Absolute fuck all doing, Swanee. One shot on target, your formation. But as it stood, a good point. As everyone else around you dropped points. You've had absolutely no look at all. In fairness, at least the sub made a difference this time around. On at 61, score at 63. So that I can say I had some positive impact for a fucking change. Gunners Holt slide, of course they do against me. 16 games without a win and then they go and beat me. For fuck's sake. Unfucking-lievable. Right, so as is ever the case, you will be on first again next week. Legends against Superstars and me and Tato will be on last, most likely. Oh no, actually second against third. You'll probably see. That'll be on last. That's a good one. Shamrock Sandfields as well. Some very good games there, to be honest. Everybody's in a decent game still against. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be decent. As we get into the last knock-ins. Definitely not around next week, so I'll say stick down. No problem at all, Ebs, mate. We'll go with that. So there you go. Well, to be honest, you might be playing against 4-4-2 again anyway, if RG sticks as is. But yeah, rushed through, smashed through, under an hour, can't complain. It has been a pleasure as always. Thanks for sticking around. I shall see you again next week. While Super League's off, might do Tuesday, Thursday next week, depending on how twisted my melon is with all of my new job nonsense. But I'll let everybody know well in advance as always. It's been a pleasure as always. Happy birthday, Esteban, again.